very good friend, Richard Green.
Ronnie is our
Yeah.
brother, all right? And we've been through pain and persecution, truly. Regardless of colour, skin or culture, we're all one blood.
That's
you know,
right.
from our elders to our young people. And Ronnie's he's part of us. He's one of our people. Just like Uncle Bill and all the people that need recognition. It's not about colour, it's about culture, it's about heart. Wagabara, Wawutput, Wagabara.
Yo.
And
He's
no, I'm
indigenous.
Aboriginal, brother.
Indigenous.
My father
indigenous.
coloured like you too, all right?
Indigenous,
So, yeah, but my mum's Irish.
Many shades of indigenous.
Yeah, mum's Irish, but that doesn't mean much except that I can punch myself up if I drink too much.
That's right.
That's why I don't drink, and I can tap dance in thongs. But I think we got that from Mississippi, yeah.
Absolutely. The
So
tap dance.
we all have to work together. And what you're
true.
saying, Ron, is our destiny.
That's right.
I grew up all over Sydney, brother. Yeah. So welcome. And
You're real familiar with the stories of police persecution.
brother, they just about snapped my kneecap last night. Okay, I'm a 45-year-old man. They ran me into a gutter. Okay. But the only way we can beat them is by getting educated, and we do it through pen and paper just like they're doing.
So you're saying it's still happening today?
It's happening today, brother. They're still killing our people
They're
today.
in custody.
Okay?
You know, this is a non-stop situation where whenever they want to assassinate the black people of this country, they
Yeah.
use their law, stand behind.
It's 2009.
And they're still killing
Still
us.
killing us.
If you want to say it any more clearly,
People
they're
from
still killing
Palm
us.
Island, from the Palm
We're
Island.
surrounded by KKK. Okay, it's not a really pretty country. It's not a white Australia. It's got a black history, and they're still killing our people.
That's
There's
right.
3 brothers and sisters in jail for every 1 white person. Okay, we love the white people too. They're funny fellows. Okay, and we've got to learn to get along. But why are 3 of our people in jail for every one of theirs? Okay, men and women. There's over 400 women living in cars in the city of Sydney. Okay, and they're still talking about rebuilding our homes. You know, yeah, brother. I've never met you before, cuz, but I hope this goes back to your people. They're still persecuting and killing us. They're still
right.
torturing our people.
That's right.
Okay, they might want to put it on with airs and graces like concerts,
You're right.
but the truth lies, and the truth is the salt of the earth.
Yeah.
You know, and we need people to realise that we are hunters and collectors, men of peace and consciousness. We're one of the oldest living cultures on earth, and we had fire before Islam. So people, come on, wake up. You know, they're slaughtering us.
Yeah.
But, yes, Lola. Yeah, you and Inagaya Mirang Darek, Inagaya Bayala Daruk, wa. For a lot of years, they stopped our people from even speaking their tongues. But since the 1970s, there's been a great effort in reclaiming them and bringing them back to the people. And we are. On Monday, I'm with the BBC and about 1,500 of our kids singing Australia, Advanced Australia Fair. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. They're speaking in language, and it's come up quicker than any other language or culture. In fact, Aboriginal people, through our survival techniques, we've walked out of oppression faster than any other culture in history.
Absolutely.
But we're still being persecuted. And am I a politician? No, because I can't lie like them. But I'll try. They're liars, brother.
Yeah,
Before 1988, they didn't even know my people lived here. They're still making jokes about us, still persecuting us. We're the most researched population in the country, and we're the smallest minority. Okay, and they're fearful of our epistemology, they're fearful of our psychology, and most of all, they're fearful of Burulalalang, Wangal, Darag, Birawal, Guyaigal, Mongaraigo. They're fearful because we've brought it back up and they cannot deny it. All right, my great-great-grandmother's Maria Locke. Her great-grandfather was Goomberi, the lawman of Sydney. Hey, this is our culture and our land, brother. Yeah, I look like a milkshake, but that's because Dad's like Cadbury. No, oh, should I? Menyera, Giara Menyera. Ay, listen, Ingara, Bud, Wagabra. We got hearts and heads. Okay. Bud, Damara. We got hearts and fists. Bud, Bayala, Dalang. We got hearts and mouths to talk. Okay? Inagaya Mirang Darak. Junangagaya. Stop misrepresenting our people. Bondi does not mean waves crashing on rocks, it means beach. Okay? Simply said beach, and it's misrepresented. It said Buandi. If it was waves crashing on rocks, it'd be Galganai Dera Bamra Benga Gibawa. So pull up, you non-Indigenous people, leave our language to ourselves. Yes. Another question, is it That's a big rock. That's the navel of the planet, brother. No, it's Uluru. Uluru. And that's for those people to talk about. That's their dreaming.
Yeah,
that's one genus country.
Yeah.
One genus country.
A message to Obama. A message to Obama. Mr. President, I love you. What you have to do is spend your money educating the prisoners. Give them skills. Don't train them to be science and people to go to the moon. Give them skills so that they can come out and go back to work to help their communities. And to Mr. Rudd, do the same thing. Educate the prisoners. You have black people locked up in prisons in Australia. Give them skills. Don't send them out to be what they are again. Give them skills.
Human beings will heal the earth, and not just men. It's a collaboration between men and women. All right, for too long they've been claiming our culture are derogatory towards our women. That's not true. We hold our women in esteem. All right, they create the law, we enforce it because we're stronger, just like they did in the good book of Genesis. Okay, but the people of Sydney, there's 38 clans here. All right, we're all part of 38 clans from Sydney. We're all part of the Daragwa, the Gadigal, the Guiagal, Bongaragal. They're all from Sydney. Wongal people. They live close by the coast and they traded a lot of fish and other foods and trade. No such thing as a barter system. It wasn't a barter. I gave you a fish, you owe me one. It was I gave you a fish because you're hungry, brother. Okay? Our artwork is artwork. We don't adorn ourselves in gold or any other jewellery. All right? We are people of the earth. And this is an epistemology. I've been around the country 3 times, brother, since I was 14 years old. Okay? And I've met my people all over. And traditional people are the most honourable people you've ever met in your life. The reason why I'm talking like this is because an elder lady from the territory spoke earlier. And she filled me full of song. Okay? It's got to be told, brother. We are not inept people. We are highbrows, not lowbrows. Okay, and we can do that too. You know, the thing is, they think we all stand like this. Some of us stand like this, you know. And the truth is, women don't touch the ditch. At least that's what we've been told in New South Wales. So until law comes from the north that they're allowed to, we will uphold that tradition. You know, exactly like Auntie just said. The Garibeti is still happening. Kawabri is Garibeti. It's dancing, all right? And we have Yulang in the city. That's a special place, okay? Every one of our ancestors, my ancestors were born in the bush. My brother and I were born in hospitals, but that was our generation and our time to be born in a hospital. But my father was born in the bush. His mother born in the bush, and right back. You know, that's why it beats in me. That's why it's so strong. And really, I have been the fairest fella here in many years. That's why I'm Milky Bar. You know, my man's as black as Cadbury. If I go over the Harbour Bridge, they call me Cafe Latte because they're conservative. All right? And the true definition of an Irish Aboriginal is a genius. We don't need clothes and we've never been lost, us people. All right? And we're in touch with the land. And the significance about Australia is that all its animals are soft-pawed. Okay, we had no cloven-hoofed animals on this earth. Okay, that's why Uluru is the navel of the planet. If you took all the water off the planet and all the land was left alone, it'd be a mother and a child entwined with a father. Okay, that's our mythology. Okay, it takes 11 years for you to work this out, but you know, you're working in numbers, so you're the mathematicians. You know? So, thanks very much for listening, brother.
Brother.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm Pastor Bill Simon on the block. I came here, 17 years ago. I'm actually a Burrupi man. I come from Taree, where at the time I was born up there, over 62 years ago. Taree was the only place, my people are all from Foster, but Taree was the only place where they had a hospital where the Aboriginals at that time could go and have their babies. So I become
In that region, or?
in that Foster's a little place away from Taree on the coast, on the north coast, and you know, all the,
Go to the other hospital?
there was none, mate. The closest one was Taree.
Oh, got you.
Is this on or what?
Yeah. As long as it's up. Yeah, we're good to go. Yeah.
Okay.
So you couldn't go to the White House?
No. But I mean, that's when I was in Taree, growing up there, we weren't allowed to go anywhere else because there was restrictions on the Aboriginal families at that time.
Hold on a second. What year was this?
I'm going back when I was 60 years ago.
Wow.
When I was a baby, you know, Mum and Dad left the mission. They weren't allowed to leave, but they left it, and we were taken away. As kids, we didn't have any say in it at all. We were taken to other parts of the country until the welfare caught up with us, and Dad kept moving, Mum and Dad kept moving until they went to Newcastle, which is a little place where the police and the welfare caught up with them and grabbed me and my 3 little brothers. They were only little babies, you know, and I was only about 9 myself. But that's when the welfare took us to a place called Kinchela. We call it the Kinchela Boys Home. I spent about 9 years there, growing up there, and you know, I was flogged and beaten and everything that happened here that was bad to us kids, and there was about 70 of us to 80 at a time there. A lot of them run away. We never seen them again because of the beatings and that took place in the boys' home. I've got a book coming out, and it's going to be launched actually over at the community centre. April. Back to the block. This is the block here. This is where I came. All my people came who left the boys' home looking for our people here, because this is where all our people gather here. It's like a gathering ground for the Aboriginal Indigenous people of this nation. They're from here, from all over Australia. I've met me for a long time. The time that I've been here, nearly 30 years, and I've seen brothers and sisters from all over Australia come to the block. And you know, that Aboriginal people are family oriented. If you can get a good idea on what that means, doesn't matter where we go in Australia, we've got family there because they're Aboriginals. Yeah, I've done 5 years in jail as an assistant chaplain, and every time I go into all these big prisons that we've got, I've got family there, and they come up to me and yarn and talk. We have a cup of tea in their cells and things like that, and we talk about home. We talk about our families. That's the way that I don't minister to them about Christianity, but eventually they'll ask me, why am I there? And of course I tell them that it's only because of the grace of God that I am there, because I used to do a lot of bad things that I don't even like to mention on TV or anything else. But God is good, and He's been good in my life, and He's brought me through all them heavy places and been run over, stabbed and shot and everything else like that. But God has been good and merciful to me. And every time I come to the block, when I was a teenager, we used to try to look for my mum. My dad was dead. I never seen him again when I went to the home, but I wanted to find out who my mother was, where she was, and the people on the block here actually told me where my mother was. And I had to go and see her when I was about 19, going up for 20. But it's been a long journey, but all these, they all left the home as well. They all came here too, back on the block here. And, you know, and a lot of the people around here know me brothers, and because this is where we grew up. I lived here for 11 years over there, and you know, and lived up here in the corner, and you know, I used to stay over here. There was houses all the way along here. My uncle Nolly Jackson and Auntie Elsie used to live over there, and I used to stay with them when I first came into the block here, you know. And so it's you've got to know about the block. I mean, we've had a lot of riots and stuff here, but people still don't understand the Indigenous way of living. And our people, there are so many good people here on the block. They're beautiful people. But yet, when something goes wrong, there's so much bad news and bad pressure and all that the newspaper and the media put on the block. You know, we want to hear something positive, some good things that come out of here, but we don't, because they're too busy telling all the bad things. So, you know, that's our journey, and we've got to sort of live with that and find out better ways for us to come through it. You know what I mean?